What's going on, everybody? This is Grant Mona from Money Mo Media. We're here late on a Friday night. I know it's a little bit later. Uh, just wanted to watch the Dodger game. Want to see what happened there. The Dodgers got a fantastic victory against the Red Sox in their first game back from the All-Star break. Um, we got some excellent news about the Intuit Dome. We got a whole press release and media availability. That was very cool to see. Um, yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about that because I'm fully excited about that. I don't expect a lot of people to come on here, so I'm basically just going to be talking to myself, and that is perfectly fine because you guys can find all my stuff after the show on YouTube, on X, even on Twitch. Hey, I know it's a gaming platform for a lot of people, but I'm on Twitch too. So first of all, today was a pretty big day in Clipperland. There was a media, I guess, availability. They had a little bit of like a press event for the Intuit Dome. This is like the official first press event. Obviously, we've had a lot of different content come out of the Intuit Dome. People taking on tours for season ticket holders, and obviously construction workers snagging some videos and photos. But this is like our first time that we got to see the Halo board in action. This is the first time that we got to kind of see what they're trying to do with the Halo board. This is one of the first times we've seen every single light on the seats, a close up of the seats with the USB-C ports, and I'll show a lot of this stuff. But what the Intuit Dome is and what it's going to be, the Intuit Dome could possibly be the best arena in probably North America. It's that modern. It looks that awesome. And obviously it's not open yet. So, there could be difficulties here and there. SoFi Stadium across the street, I have a lot of qualms, I guess you could say, about SoFi Stadium and the way it's laid out and the fan experience and all that stuff. So while it does look nice on paper, I guess, when you actually go, I want to see how it is, in person and with the experience so I can relay that to everybody and tell everybody how it actually is. But from all the accounts that I'm seeing, and shout out to all of our media members that covered this event. I'm going to be going through a lot of them and shouting them out, but shout out to all the media members and all the press that covered the event today. They did a fantastic job of kind of bringing us into that event. So shout out to them. But the Intuit Dome, man, it looks phenomenal. It really does. I know that I'm a little bit biased as a Clipper fan, but it just looks so phenomenal. The futuristic look, the modern amenities, it is definitely suited for the future. And I think that's what Steve Ballmer was kind of going for here. And all the architects and all the design people that really, went into this design and said, hey, we need to make this future proof. We need to make this, something that people can look back on and say, this is one of the first like next gen stadiums. And obviously, we haven't really gotten into the concessions and how that's going to work with the touchless and all that stuff. We need to see how that works in real time, like at the stadium. But the lighting, the Halo board, the Clips shop, the Clippers actually have their own shop. And people are going to say, what are you talking about, Grant? Like, they've had a team store at the Crypto.com arena for the longest time. Listen, it was a shared arena. It was a shared store. Everywhere you went, all they had to do was flip a wall, and it's King stuff. Flip a wall, and it's Lakers stuff. Flip a wall, and it's Spark stuff. It wasn't actually a Clippers store. Now, on game day, they shifted it towards being that, but you can tell it was just half-assed, right? It wasn't actually a Clippers shop. So they're going to get a Clips, it's called Clips Shop, which is so cool. It looks cool. I'll show it again. But it just looks fantastic. I think that a lot of the things they're doing, it looks a lot like SoFi Stadium in terms of the architecture, in terms of the concourses. It may look a little bit like SoFi Stadium, and that's a good thing because SoFi looks awesome. Maybe not a fan of the white walls and stuff like that, but the Intuit Dome doesn't seem to have many of those things. It looks really, really awesome, and it's just so surreal, right? To be a Clipper fan for as long as I have, for a lot of the fans that have been Clipper fans for as long as they have, to finally see this thing this close to finishing, and basically looks finished. I mean, there's probably just a few things here and there on the site around it that need to be, corrected or maybe just finalized, but inside it looks like it's ready to go. And there's a little bit more work to do, but to see it in this state where it is, almost ready to be played on, where everything's in place, where the wall is there, the lighting is there, the Halo board is installed and fully functional. Sound like the Emperor in Star Wars. The Death Star is fully operational. But it's true. It's so surreal because I remember when they announced this. I remember when they came out with all this press about it being released, and I was like, man, that's 2024? Like, are you serious? I have to wait that long for this thing to open? And I remember when they broke ground on it, obviously everyone made fun of that because it's so easy to make fun of the Clippers in the media and on social media. Just so easy. They see a guy in a construction hat and they just make fun of it. I remember that. I remember the opening ceremony and how that went. And the team has come a long way, man, in terms of what they were when Steve Ballmer took over in 2014, 2015. The team was obviously the second fiddle, and it still is to the Lakers in LA, but the stadium and the design and everything, the way they were run was just not it. And Steve Ballmer has completely flipped this organization for the better, and it reflects in the actions. You can say what you want about their failures in the playoffs. You can say what you want about how they've never won a championship, how they choke year in and year out. You can say how they have had injuries, this and that. If you take the Clippers in 2014, which was a decade ago, to what they are now, Clipper fans are so excited, especially the ones that have been fans for that long and longer than that. They honestly, obviously a title is at the forefront of everything that the Clippers do. They want to win a championship here in Los Angeles. It's not easy, as we've seen, but that's obviously at the forefront of a lot of these fans' minds and at the front office's minds. Let's not get that twisted. But I'm just saying the image of the Clippers, the representation of the Clippers, the view that people have of the Clippers. Now, people are going to take their shots. People are going to say trade Kawhi Leonard. People are going to condemn him. People are going to condemn the front office. People are going to go at them. But to have your own arena separate from the purple and gold, separate from LA Live in downtown LA, have your own stadium where you don't have to worry about the Grammy trip. You don't have to worry. And Jake Burns, I'm going to put him up here. He's an awesome, awesome designer. I have a lot of. I'm not wearing it right now. I have so many of Jake's stuff, and he is just fantastic at designing clothing and a lot of branding. He has been awesome for the Clippers community, and I can't wait for this new merch to drop that he's dropping with all the new script logos and the rebrand that they've done, which I'll get into as well. But Jake, shout out to you, man. But where the Clippers have come from to separate yourself from the Lakers. Your own brand, your own players, your own arena now is huge. It is bigger than anyone outside of the Clipper community or fandom can ever understand because they don't understand what the organization itself has been through. So you can take your shots. You can make fun of whatever you want to do, but the Clippers right now are in the best spot that they've ever been in their history. You can talk about 2021 on the court, but they have a new arena, a new brand, a new era, and it's just it's surreal to a fan that's been there since right when Blake Griffin got drafted, and to see all the failures on the court and to see how they were perceived in media, and honestly still how they are perceived in the media, to where they are now, to see this stadium being built, and it's our home. Like it's the Clippers' home stadium. I never thought that I would say that. It's, even back when they announced that the Intuit Dome was coming, I was just like, okay, that's so far away. Like I got to wait that long. It's actually here. And it's not here yet, but in another month it'll be opening with the Bruno Mars concert. And it's just so cool to see all the amenities that they've thrown in there to accommodate to the fan. And they're really making it a fan experience. You know, a lot of these stadiums and a lot of these newer arenas, they just cater to the business side of it or the money side of it, or how can we get the most money out of it? How can we get, you know, how can we make it a business-like environment? How can we make it like a conglomerate thing? I can tell Steve Ballmer really cares about the fan experience, and Gillian Zucker as well, about the fan experience there, about, you know, how they interact with each other, how they interact with the players. They have so many amenities just at your seat that you can take advantage of that not a lot of arenas have. So that's what I really appreciate as a fan, is that they really took a lot of things that fans have been complaining about over the years into account for this new arena. One of my biggest ones is the t-shirt cannon, which I'll get into. Not reaching the top level, that sucks, and it's always sucked, because I've always sat, not always, but a majority of the time, I sat at the top level when I was a fan, and I was going as a fan. And it sucked, because I used to see everybody down low getting t-shirts, and here I was up there, I was like, hey, open. I'm open up here. Could never reach. They've reached a few times, but I honestly got stuck in the rafters there. The dusty banners that the Lakers have. I digress. So again, I want to bring up real quick. I'm going to bring up the screen so that you guys can see some of the awesome stuff that I was talking about. I want to give you a visual representation. And again, shout out to all of our people that have covered the Intuit Dome at this press event. I'm going to bring up a lot of different people here, so I'm going to shout them out. But again, I want you guys to see a visual of what I'm talking about. I just want to explain a lot of the things that are going on here. I wanted to start with the Halo board because, dude, are you kidding me? This thing looks unreal. It looks unreal. I'm going to show like one picture of it, like the full thing. Let me get that for you guys. Dude. Dude. Shout out Justin Russo at Fly By Night on X. He brought us a lot of great content. A lot of these guys did, so I don't want to just shout out him. Everybody did. And man, let me make this a little bit bigger. But again, look at this Halo board, bro. It's inside, outside. It's an acre plus a 4K UHD LED screen. I'll show you some of the effects, but just looking at, like, imagine looking up at this as a player. Like, oh man, let's go to the replay. It's like, wow. You know what I mean? As a player looking up at this while you're on the court is just going to be unreal. You get every stat possible, and I'll go into what they're going to include. But if you can see there, I mean, they have so many different stats that you don't really see from a video board that you're going to see. Oh my goodness. So that's the Halo board. Man, oh man, does it look amazing. But I want to see it in action. So here it is. Let's see if this video plays. So they're going to have like animated, look at this. Dude. I'm a sucker for animation and software and stuff like that, like iOS and Android and macOS and PC and the design of them and how they look. So this, to me, looks unbelievable. Like, look, you're going to have an animation with Zoo when he scores or whoever. Is that the starting lineup, by the way? Is that going to be the... I hope not. But again, this looks amazing. Just that is so freaking cool. And they call it the fan box, which I guess that just means like it's going to show who scores. Let's go to, I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the fan box. Sorry for the audio of that. But you're going to have the instant replay. Like, as soon as the play happens, you're going to have the instant replay, which is unbelievable. That's really cool. And I mean, that screen right there, like, I'm not going to judge it, but like, honestly, I am. That screen right there that they're showing in the box is probably as big as like some screens you'll see at other arenas, dude. It is unbelievable. They're going to have tweets live, which could be an issue. I'm sure they'll have somebody selecting them, but Clippers Twitter, gotta be nice, man. Please be nice, because they're going to have their tweets up there on the screen at all times. I believe at all times. I'm not 100% sure, but that's another sick part of it, which I think is so, so, so cool. Let's go to, yeah, they're going to have, so another cool feature of this, and let me see if I can move my stupid face so that you guys can see. I'm going to move it right there so you guys can see what Justin said. So they have like noise meters across the court where it can tell which section is the loudest. I mean, look at that design, first of all. The software design looks great. Whoever designed this software, kudos. And obviously, Steve Ballmer was a tech guy, so I'm sure he found some really good people to work on the software for this thing. And they probably got some influence from SoFi Stadium because they have a board exactly like this. But to see this in a basketball arena, like I've been to SoFi Stadium so many times, and it looks phenomenal when you get there, and it's just such a monumental thing. And that's a football stadium where it's huge. That's at 72,000. This is almost the same, but in a basketball arena that seats, what, 20,000? I don't know. I forgot the exact number that it's going to seat. But it's going to seat significantly less, but have that big of a screen, bro. It's so phenomenal. And I know that I'm saying this now. It's probably going to look even better, but you know, they can tell who the loudest fans are. Let's go. So this is how it'll look with concerts, because that's what we're going to get first, actually. We're going to get the Bruno Mars concert, and this is how they're kind of going to set it up. So you're going to see, obviously, the crowd, but they're going to utilize that whole Halo board for concerts. And look at how phenomenal that looks. If you're somebody that's sitting at the top, you're basically getting, like, front row access because of how amazing it is. But that screen, I mean, it's 4K 60. It looks like it's 4K 120 hertz or 60 frames per second. That's how SoFi is. And just the quality of it, the immersiveness with the lights, and the lighting kind of reflects onto the top of the stadium. So that's how it'll look for, it'll probably look like this for the Bruno Mars concert, the first one. That's going to be amazing. Let's see. Oh, man. This right here, and I'm going to show you guys this. This is one of my favorite things. I was so mad every time I went to Crypto.com Arena and they were shooting those cannons, and I never got to get a t-shirt or any of the things that they were shooting out because I was all the way at the top. And I loved sitting at the top in the 300 section at Crypto.com Arena. I like sitting in the first row at the top. I just loved it. It was way more calm up there. I get to see the whole floor. Still a good view. But I never got to be included in any of these things. And they heard them. They heard everybody. They put cannons on top of the board. So these cannons are going to be able to shoot up to that top level. Oh my god. So it's going to be like a t-shirt cannon that's at the top of this board that can shoot up to the top level. So now I get to get a shirt if I sit up there. And I will probably be in the press box for a lot of these, but we'll get to that later. But oh my goodness. Like, I know this is a small thing, but to have this is like something that a lot of fans that I've sat with up there have been like, man, why am I not getting... Now you will. They have Steve Ballmer throwing it on this in the software, but I don't know if that's going to happen. This one, I'm not going to play the audio because I don't know what the repercussions are with. But look at this. This just goes to show you how modern and futuristic this thing is. They're doing like a makeshift thunderstorm. And as you can see, every light on the seats can do its own dynamic individual thing. So it's making it look like it's raining with the board and the lighting. Dude. Like, I'm a sucker for this type of stuff. I'm a sucker for tech and design and all of this. So that's why I'm like fanboying out right now. But the Clippers doing this first is unreal. Make waves is such a sick slogan too. I love that they're embracing the waves and the ships and that type of design. So the lighting can change with it, and as you can see, the seats down below are reflecting the rain. That is just, oh my god! Shout out to whoever designed that or thought of that. And the animation, sick, sick. Let's see, do I have another one of that? Make waves. I think I already played that one. But again, here's a picture of the entire stadium. And again, shout out Justin. He did a great job of representing. Just look at this, man. And I thought initially that just the top level would get dynamic LEDs. Every single seat will have a dynamic LED. Every single one. Now, is that going to be distracting at times? Sure. I don't know how they're going to do it during the game. This will probably be something that happens, during timeouts and introductions and all that stuff, concerts and stuff like that. Because it could get distracting, especially the wall, where you have just a wall of lighting like that. It's probably not going to be great while you're playing, but so phenomenal. Each different light can be interacted with. And I think there's a switch. I'll go to that one next, because Farbod tweeted a video of the actual seat, and there's like a controller on the seat. I don't know what that is. I'm curious to see what that is. But this is kind of what it's going to look like. This is from the media seat, so this is how the media people and all the press is going to see the stadium. And oh my god, man. It's going to be the best arena in the league. It could be the best arena in North America. I haven't been to a lot of stadiums, so I can't speak on that. But in terms of what I've been seeing and what people have been saying, shout out to Steve Ballmer. From one superfan to another. That's what makes this so special, is that I know that Steve Ballmer cares so much about basketball and so much about being a fan that, like, he made this for the fan. And obviously, we're going to hold concerts there. We're going to hold events there. It's not just strictly for basketball. But the only basketball team that's going to be playing there is the Los Angeles Clippers. There's not going to be hockey. They're going to have the Olympics there. The WNBA teams are going to be there, renting it out. Like Staples Center, Crypto.com Arena. Good luck, Lakers. You're renting too. You're not going to be renting. This is your own. Nobody else can tell you what to do. It's phenomenal. They did it for the fan, and I'm just so excited for it. It's great to see an inside look about, how it can actually be, what it can look like. Man. I am just words can't describe like how excited I am for this arena. Let me go to that Farbod tweet because I want to show you the seat. And he had a really nice video of the seat, and I'll show you a little bit of other things that he put out here. Let's see, where's that seat? Seat. The Halo board. I'll show you a little bit of the Halo board. The Halo board is the largest double-sided 4K UHD LED board ever built. Ever. Here it is, and I'll show you guys this. I'll put the screen record on so you guys can see this. So this is the seat. So let me see if I can pause this, maybe. But if you can see this, so obviously there's the dynamic LED light, there's the cup holder. But see that little controller there? I don't know exactly what that is, but it looks like a controller, like you can control the light. Or maybe it's like a game buzzer or button. It is. Look, I just completely missed this. Dude, this is so cool. This is so cool. They are buttons to play games on the Halo board. Are you kidding me, bro? This is so sick. I don't know why I missed that 6 hours ago. The buttons are to play games on the Halo board, y'all. Which other stadium's doing it like this? Let me know, because I can't recall any. So you're going to be able to interact on interactive games, and if you win, I'm assuming they're going to flash your light if you win. That is so cool. That's so cool. At every seat, you're going to have a little controller, like a video game. I'm geeking out right now. I sound like such a nerd. USB-C. Make sure you get, if you have an older device, get a USB-C to Lightning cable. If you have an older iPhone, make sure you get a USB-C to Lightning. And they're going to sell cords for $5 at the stadium if you forgot yours. But again, dude, just so awesome. I'm just like dumbfounded. They're actually going to have a Ballmer cam too, which is wild. Of course, Steve Ballmer would do something like this. Shout out Farbod for giving us all this content too, by the way. So a Steve Ballmer cam. Here's the, I don't know why this is so tiny. But, so they're going to have different interactive stats. Why is this on? Stats. They're going to have ref stats up there, which is sick. The shot charts, all this stuff, all interactive. It's all going to flip out and switch with software. Unbelievable, man. Like, Coach's Corner is what it's going to be called. I look like that they have names for this, like the player's box, the Coach's Corner, the Ballmer cam or Steve cam, whatever the hell you want to call it. And this one, the player profile board, where it's, I think they're calling it Player 360, where you are going to get, let me see if I can find a better video of this, because I know our girl Kelly Johnson tweeted this. There she is. I think she's the one that I got it from. Shout out Kelly. She's doing a great job. Trying to see what the starting lineup's looking like. I want to see, where's the... Is this it? T-Man. Here it is, I think. Yeah, here it is. Look at this, dude. So, you're going to have, like, every single stat about the player that they showcase up on the screen. The stats for today's game, the shoes that he's wearing when he was drafted, his nickname, the awards that he's won in the community or wherever it may be. I mean, do you know how sick that is? That design to just utilize the full Halo board, and look at that animation, how it comes up. That is like, that's futuristic stuff. That's next level stuff. It's just, I'm dumbfounded by, like, because I obviously with when you hear, oh, the Halo board's going to be there. Oh, well, it's going to be an acre of screens. Like, okay, great. How are you going to utilize it? But obviously they thought a lot about it. They put a lot of thought into this Halo board and to how it's going to interact with people, how the design is, how the animation is, how to utilize the most out of it. And it looks phenomenal. It looks so cool. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, here we go. The clip shop. That's what it's going to look like. Isn't that cool? Own logo. That logo, by the way, fire. I need that on a jersey. And I need that on a shirt. Jake, if you're still watching, maybe that one. It looks like a barbershop. It's not a barbershop. It's the team store. But it looks so cool. It looks awesome. Here it is from the outside. So as you can see, they finished a lot of the outside stuff. They're still getting some things together, filling in some dirt, making sure that's all good. But they have the gates up. They have the buildings up next to it. The Clipper ship outside. It's looking amazing, y'all. I'm so excited for this. And oh man, oh man, oh man. Shout out to all the people again that did this and took all these pictures and videos for us. Steve Ballmer outdid himself. Gillian Zucker outdid herself. Everyone that worked on this outdid themselves. This is going to be the center, the hub of basketball in Los Angeles. I fully believe that. That's why the Olympics are going to be there. That's why all these events are going to be there, because people want to go to the best arena. And this is the best arena Probably not just in Los Angeles, but it's the best arena probably in the nation already, and it's the Clippers arena. Imagine saying that 10 years ago, y'all. Man, I've been rambling on about this arena for 31 minutes. And people are like, oh, well, what about the team? They're going to have a good team out there. They're going to have a good team out there. Relax. Are they going to be, unbelievable? No, but they're going to be scrappy, gritty, tough. You're going to have a lot of fun watching the team. That's how I feel. It's going to be 21-22. Remember that year where everything was fun, fan appreciation, no stars, just go out and do your best? It's going to be like that, but now you have Kawhi and James Harden. With financial flexibility in 2026, by the way, that nobody's talking about. They're going to have $90 million in cap space for one of the most loaded free agency classes we've had. That's if everyone stays a free agent and nobody extends or gets traded and extends and all that stuff. But I digress. It's going to be a fun team, a fun year, a fresh new era. So excited for Clippers basketball in 24-25. Which brings me to my next point. As of now, I'm going to be covering the team in person at the games, every home game. It's TBD, but that's the direction that it's heading. So I wanted to tell everyone that. So I'm going to get you guys all access, coverage, inside and out. Do my best to bring a fan's perspective. Remember, that's my thing. I want to bring your guys' perspectives and that type of perspective to media and to the mainstream media and to all this stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. So tentatively, I'm going to be doing that, trying to get a pod going. We'll see about that. Don't want to put anything else out there, but I'm just going to let you guys know that now. So, you know what? We don't really have to talk about the Dodgers. It's late at night. It's 10:45 on the West Coast. I've been talking about the Intuit Dome for 33 minutes now. The Dodgers, hold on. Actually, I do want to talk about the Dodgers real quick. Fredo Cervantes, for all you guys that want Dodgers coverage, obviously I'm going to be talking about it here. I'm going to be talking about it on the radio, on the Arash Morkazi show. But if you want articles and full coverage, and he's going to be at the games, Fredo Cervantes is going to be taking care of that. He's excellent at his job. He's going to do a fantastic job covering the Dodgers. I am taking a step back from that, and I'm focusing fully on the Los Angeles Clippers and the Rams and all these different things. So shout out to Fredo. He's going to do a fantastic job for the Sporting Tribune. He already has an article up there tonight. He's been doing a great job already, but he's going to be handling a lot of that. And yeah, I'm all in on the Clippers, man. I'm all in on the Rams. Obviously, the Dodgers are still my team. They're the best. Shout out Freddie Freeman, Grand Slam. Go ahead, Grand Slam tonight against the Red Sox. Take that, Red Sox. Never really been a fan of the Red Sox or the Yankees. So it's always good to get a win against the East Coast. They almost had us there in the first half, not going to lie. But Freddie Freeman, Grand Slam, 4-1 victory. Great job, Dodgers. First win coming off of the All-Star break, so that's always great. Still need to make some moves around the deadline. They need some pitchers. They need some bats at the end of the lineup. We'll see how it goes. We have 2 weeks until the trade deadline in baseball. It's going to be exciting. Hopefully for the Dodgers, they better do something exciting, and I'll be here to talk about it and give you my reaction. So I'm going to end that now. I've been talking too long. It is 10:47 on the West Coast here in Los Angeles at night on a Friday night, and I'm here hanging with y'all, but I'm going to cut it short. Thank you guys again so much for watching, for listening. All of these will be on my YouTube page, on my X page. Make sure you go hit me up on all those. The clips from this live and all my lives are on my TikTok and my YouTube Shorts at MoneyMo Media TV on TikTok. At MoneyMo Media on YouTube. Go find me. Obviously at gmono48 on X while most of you guys are watching. So I'm going to be interacting with you guys, talking with you guys, going back and forth, giving you updates. But for now, I'm going to sign out on a Friday night. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so appreciative and grateful for it. I will be back probably on Monday, maybe early next week. We'll see how things shake out. But this is Grant Mona from MoneyMo Media. And I am signing off, y'all. Have a good night.